So I'm just like editing. Man, what a head, bro. What a anyway. So I'm just editing my next reels, right? And most of my videos, as they do at the start, as everything happens at the start, it like flops. Doesn't flop, but like because the followers I have on my Instagram, on my TikTok, whatever, they're the followers from all high school, whatever. So they're the people that know me in high school that you don't really talk to, whatever. Okay, so the videos flop because there's no engagement and people are unfollowing the account because they don't resonate with whatever. Okay. And then all my mates will say, well, not all of them, some of them, you get like little comments and shit like that. What if it doesn't work? All right, what if the content doesn't work? What if it doesn't blow up? What if the business doesn't work? Whatever. But what you need to understand is that I've tried like 8 different things, 9 different things. I've done the whole TikTok shop, I've done the whole drop shipping, I've done Amazon FBA, I've done affiliate marketing. I even tried to make my own raffle company. What else did I try and do? I tried to make my own app. What else have I done? Done the SMMA. And what I've realized from starting all of those things and trying all of those things, I even did copywriting for a bit. I joined Hustlers University. I've done all of it, right? What I've learned from all of it is that all of it works. It all can work. It's just the time in the game. Did you spend enough time in the game to get around those brick walls, to unlock the locks that are in the way so you can get to the next problem and the next problem and the next problem? Because the only way you get through all those problems is if you stick with it and if you stay in the game for a long enough period of time. Because as you stay in the game for a long enough period of time, you start to realize that the roadblocks aren't actually roadblocks. You just got to take a little detour, right? And so everyone online, they've already done it. And so it seems easy and the success seems so easy, but they don't actually properly show the problems behind it. And so when you see these problems, you think to yourself, oh, they didn't go through these problems. And then you get disheartened because it's actually hard and you didn't see it as hard because the way they're projecting it, right? The way they're selling it to you, it doesn't seem hard, right? It just seems like this quick fix money, right? And as soon as you realize that everything works and every business model, every like business model you hear of, like dropshipping, like whatever, SMMA, all the service-based stuff, they all work. It's not a scam. And it became big because it worked for a lot of people, right? And it really just comes down to how long you can stick with it, right? And all this time, as I did all the drop shipping, as I did the Hustlers University, as I did the copywriting, as I did the Facebook ads, right? All it was is that I didn't spend enough time in the game. And then you need to build this stick to a muscle. And if you build this stick to a muscle big enough, you learn the skill of consistency. People think that like consistency and like the discipline is just something you switch on. No, it's not. It's a skill you learn and you build this muscle up. You like progressively overload it. It's like in the gym, right? And so everything, all the obstacles, you get around them through time in the game, through just spending time and figuring it out, not getting disheartened because it's hard. And I think that's like one of the main things I've learned. And that's why it's like, if people are like, oh, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? It's not a matter of if it works or not, because you already know it works because it's worked for other people. It's whether you stay in the game long enough to figure out how it works. And that's the big eye opener. Is that like, it only doesn't work because you don't work, because you didn't have the skills. So, and how do you get the skills? You get the skills by staying in the game long enough. So it's really just a matter of how long you can do the boring work. So it becomes that like, so it becomes how everyone else portrays it. as that quick thing. As soon as you can explain it and people think, oh, it's a quick fix, then you've like mastered it because you have all the knowledge and skills to get around the obstacles to make it seem like, oh, it's such this easy thing because you know all the ways to get around it. That's why people get disheartened at the start, because they don't have all the answers and they don't get the affirmations straight from the get-go. And why don't they get the affirmations? Because they don't have the skills to make it work yet. And how do you get the skills? As I said before, the time in the game. Everything is time in the game and just sticking to it. So everything works. Everything works. It's just how long you can stick to it. It's just building that stick to it muscle. And so that I know all these videos, most of them are gonna flop, but it's more just time in the game, getting that algorithm to learn your target audience so more people resonate and shit like that. And so I made a second account as well. And since building my second account, I've already got 40 followers, right? But on my other account, on my main account, where all my high school followers were from, I had like 1,000 and it's gone down to 850. And I've stayed at 850 for like 2 weeks. I'll get like 4 people following me and then 4 people unfollowing me every day. It's just rinsing. So I'm just like, through time in the game, just rinsing out the people that don't resonate and then gaining more people. And so eventually, as I rinse out the people that don't want to follow anymore and I start gaining new followers, we'll go up. And it's just time in the game. It's just a matter of time. And same with the business, right? I'm just learning everything, learning how to get through around it. And I'm starting to see progression. It's slow, right? It's slow at the start. You barely see anything. And then right now, or like the next couple of months, I think I'm going to break through. Like I'm really starting to see, like, if you imagine like a boulder getting pushed up a hill, I think I'm right near the top because the boulder is slowly getting easier and easier to push. And sooner or later, it's just going to get to the tip of the hill and just start rolling. And so, yeah, this YouTube's just like track my thoughts and shit like that. Like the longer form stuff's just like to track my thoughts along the way. And the shorts are like the all motivational shit, whatever. But, yeah, it's just what I'm thinking about, shit like that. So it's just time in the game. If you're if you're someone watching this in the future, or you're someone watching this now, right? All I have to say is just like, you learn shit by doing the shit. Like you learn to do the skills by like trying to learn, like by doing the skills. And you're gonna be shit at first, but the solution to every problem is just time in the game. How long you can work at the problem before you get disheartened. And if you're trying something for the first time, you're probably going to quit. You're probably going to fail. But just know that you need to build this skill of consistency. You need to build this skill of just staying at it. That's the number one thing you need. It doesn't matter about your intellect. It doesn't matter about how fast you learn shit. It doesn't matter about your connections or whatever. Because through doing it, you'll build the intellect. Through doing it, you'll build connections, right? Like, I cannot stress this enough. It's just time in the game. It's just time in the game. How long you can do the boring work. And yeah, I feel like I'm just repeating myself now, so I'll end the video. But yeah, just time in the game. What a fucking head.